That was a clip from the famous 1960 horror thriller film Psycho, which was directed by famous filmmaker Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock was known as the master of suspense for his ability to create captivating films that invoked feelings of anxiety in the viewers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hitchcock once stated that he based most of his movies off of fears that he himself experienced. And if we reflect on what inspired his movies, often it would be a book. He would then combine these with some real-world anecdotes and some of his own fears. The result is a perfectly well-understood horror thriller movie. While Psycho is probably Alfred Hitchcock's most famous piece of work, it is not my favourite. My favourite is The Birds. Because surely, a horror thriller disaster movie about birds going crazy and killing people and eating their eyes, that can't have a single ounce of truth to it. That's not a real situation that happens to real people in real life. So it's based on a fictional book? Well, only very, very loosely. Alfred Hitchcock stated that the main inspiration of The Birds happened 2 years earlier. Here is the true story of The Birds.
Someone there? Who is it? Look.
It was a quiet and unassuming morning. Frank sat squarely in the back seat of his friend's car, stared puzzled out the window at a sight that he could not quite comprehend. Hundreds of birds lay strewn across the road in front of him. A few seemed dazed and puzzled, flapping around on the ground like zombies. The rest, most of them, lay motionless, dead. Why had they died? Why all at the same time? And why here, he must have thought to himself. On the 18th of August 1961, Capitola, California, on Monterey Bay, was attacked by a group of migrating sooty shearwater birds. They terrified the city for hours, before all falling into a stupor and passing away. Around 4,000 birds had died, and relief crews were sent in to provide tetanus shots to all people who'd been bitten or nicked by the birds. Alfred Hitchcock, who had been living only a few miles away from Monterey Bay at the time, phoned in to request that a newspaper from the town be sent to him immediately for research for a future film. But what caused this attack? It was only proven in 2012 that the root of this attack was in eutrophication, where septic tanks in Capitola in 1961 leaked into the sea, dramatically increasing the number of phytoplankton in the ocean, specifically Pseudonychia, a type of diatom which creates beautiful silica shells around itself. It also creates domoic acid, a neurotoxin. This domoic acid travels up the food chain as the plankton is consumed, and unfortunately due to bioaccumulation, the concentration of this acid also increases. This meant that by the time the birds ate the fish swimming in the bay, they had reached lethal quantities of domoic acid. This ate away at the birds' brains, leading to a maddened frenzy before eventually killing them.